Okay, in this video we're talking about chi folding, and this time forwards, not reverse. Slightly harder to explain as well. So it's going to help you a lot to learn chi folding in reverse. And then obviously one way you can get into it is just to turn into forwards. But in lieu of just doing that, I'm going to try and teach you how to do it. So here you can see it. It's kind of again like a cross between a single staff folding and a chi roll with a dragon staff. But this changes rolling direction, so you can't do it with a dragon staff. See, it's got a little aspect of a conveyor belt in there. It's going to cross your elbow like a conveyor belt and then turn into more of a roll. And it's got a little bit of element of contact weave as well. So again, the idea is it should be rolling between the top surface of one arm and the bottom of your other forearm. That's kind of the idea, so you make two rails it rolls between. Here I'm going to try and do it slowly, though it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm going to let it wrap over my elbow with my arm turned in, and that's going to go onto the back of the opposite hand, and then I'm going to switch the position of the staff from one diagonal to the other diagonal against my forearm. So as it rolls down from the elbow, my arm turns back to straight, and it rolls while it's rolling up the other arm. So even though my one arm is doing some shenanigans, it's the other arm it's rolling on. See, now it's on the back of that hand and it's rolling up that arm while the other one's controlling it. And now I'm going to push it down across the elbow. That one switches out while it's rolling up the other arm. And so the arm comes in, and that's what makes it wrap over the elbow. Though in the actual move it's a little finer, and sometimes your arm is pointing upwards rather than inwards. So here, now it's going to turn, I'm going to turn my forearm, while looking at my flatmates, there we go. And now it's rolling down the opposite arm. So here I turn as it rolls. Still looking at my flatmates. Okay, very distracting. Hopefully as well, you can kind of see when it's diagonal between your forearms, that's the rails coming into play, one running up one and running down the other. And it is doing a figure eight, I believe. It's not doing a one beat. So here I'm going to do it from the side, so hopefully you can see the transitions a little better. So I'm going to pull it down onto my forearm, then you see my forearm will turn as it pushes out. Now it's rolling up the other arm. But it's kind of hard to do extremely subtly, not just in slow motion. So I am controlling it more with my hand just to be able to do it more slowly. So there you see, again, my arm pushing out while it's on the belly of my forearm. And now I'm just kind of doing it more. And that's like, as that forearm pushes out and it rotates on the belly of my forearm, that's when it gets into the feeling of a contact weave. But like you're violining a contact weave a little bit. So there's the roll up. My arm turns in to do the elbow, and then it turns out again, and the forearm. But like on the underside of the forearm this time. So it does have a lot of similarities to the conveyor belt, except that if you tried to do this as a conveyor belt, it would fall off the bottom of your arm. If you need the other arm to support it. As soon as it's on the underside of the forearm, it's the other hand, it's on the back of the other hand, and that's what's keeping it off from falling onto the ground. So here you can see it from above. Hopefully you can see that little pull over the elbow, and then the roll between the forearms, one from above and one from below. That's part of why this move feels so nice. Though it is pretty tricky keeping the staff in contact when it's so close to your hands and not using your hands. So here from above you can more clearly see which arm it's rolling on and which arm is just guiding it. So the underside of the forearm obviously is just guiding it as it goes across. So check it out. I got 2 little Patreon supporters. Patreon is a way you can help support this channel and help me make more tutorial videos. Everybody who is a Patreon is very kind and also really good at contact staff. So there might be a correlation there, just saying.